so just ignore that the way that I'm sitting is the way that I'm sitting. So I thought today I would update you guys. You may notice a few things that are different in my room that I will be talking about. And I'm sorry that I'm looking this way. I apologize, because that's the way I'm going to be looking the whole video. So, whew, please ignore that. So, anyway, I have some exciting news to share with you guys. So, as you know, I believe I updated you guys and introduced you guys to Lilo, which is in that tank right there, and that one is Milo. So, the first thing that you'll notice probably when you first clicked on this video, if you were a subscriber or you've watched some of my videos before, you may have noticed my reptile rack is new. I've never had a reptile rack in my room before, but I'm glad to say that I finally have one, and I'm super happy that I decided to get one because I finally have my space back, which looks a little messy, but that box is leaving, so it's not as messy as it looks. So, oh my gosh. So, as you guys, I'm so excited to share the news with you guys. Okay, so enough of wasting time. So, if you're new here and you'd like to follow along with my Crested Gecko / reptile journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you can, click that notification bell to get notified when I post next. It would mean a lot to me, and you'd be joining the Milo family, or my family. So, if that's something you're interested in, great. If it's not, I understand. So, let's get into today's video, shall we? Okay, so this is the big news that I'm so excited to share with you guys. So, I am recording this a little bit early. Today is Thursday at 7:18 p.m. So, it is a little bit later in the day. I decided that I wanted another Crested Gecko. I felt as though I wanted more. I've loved every second of owning Milo. He's doing great. Well, he's alive, and stuff. I'm gonna be hopefully getting him some crickets, tomorrow. So he'll be eating some more crickets. I sadly have been going through a lot recently, and I haven't been getting crickets as much as I should, but that will be changed. I'm hopefully gonna be buying more crickets for them and stuff. So please, no hate, please. I promise you guys that I'm not buying a reptile that's all I eat. Like, they're fine. It's just Lilo doesn't eat them, so Milo's the only one who will eat them as of right now in my house. So, anyway, so long story short, I'm gonna be getting more crickets. So, some questions that might come up is like, why would you want more? Like, I know that to some of you guys that might be a silly question. That might be a question that is like, well, it's none of our business to know, but I thought I would address it anyway, just for those who maybe think I'm incapable of owning them, who think I'm getting too many too soon, to those who might just want to know, because people are curious. That's who we are as humans. We are curious and we want to know. Anyway, so the real reason why I wanted more is because I felt as though I could take care of them. I enjoy taking care of them. I look forward to taking them out of their tanks. And I love every second of owning them. The only time that I don't like it is when they go to the washroom on me, but you can't help that. So I have enjoyed every second. I know in the beginning I struggled with Milo, and I feel like as though you have those struggles no matter what animal you have, realistically, because as long as it's your first time owning one, you're gonna have those few moments that are gonna be a little difficult. But as long as you yourself want to do the best you can for the animal, you have to have hope and believe in yourself that you're gonna get through it, and that animal's gonna be okay. Unless even if you take it to the exotic vet, if it's like an exotic animal, or the vet, you're doing the best you can for it. So you need to believe in yourself that as long as you're a good person and you actually care for that animal, it's okay to have those moments where you feel as though you're lost, or you may have those moments where you struggle, but you're gonna get through it and it's gonna be okay. So that's kind of like, I did struggle with Milo, but the only struggle I've had for Lilo was her handling issue. But I treated her like a baby Cresty. I started with 5 minutes for a few weeks until I felt as though she was ready to do a little bit longer. The first week when I decided to add more handling time, I think I started with 7 minutes, which was only 2 minutes more. And since I've almost had her for 4 months, she's now ready to start doing almost 30 minutes of handling time, which is great. Usually when they get up to like 30 minutes, people don't really monitor how long they handle them for. But I think for her case, because she hasn't been handled her whole life, which has been over a year probably of not being handled, that I need to go slow with her, and that is okay. Whereas Milo, he's fine. He's not scared. He just kind of wants to chill or go back in his tank. He's not the one to hate handling, but he also is kind of like he'll walk around, he'll sometimes jump, but like once he gets used to it, he's pretty chill. So I've never had an issue except for like the first time I handled him. That was my only time. But again, I started slow with him because he was a baby. So there's that. So I feel as though I've never complained to my mom once about it. If I did it, I was joking about it, like hand feeding Milo. I actually like it because I'm bonding with him. So I've never meant it in a complaining way, like I hate it. So I've never complained to her about it. I've never like made her do anything except for maybe buy crickets or something, and buy a few decorations for Milo that he rarely uses anymore. So, you know, sorry. There's not really much to it. So as my 16th birthday gift from my mom, I wanted another one. Because it brings me joy after a long day or after a tough day with my anxiety and other issues. They help me. They help me a lot. So, you know, it's something, like I said, that I look forward to and that I enjoy, and I wanted another one. So, because I want another one, my mom let me, said, sure, we can get you another one, but how are you going to get one? So that brings us into our maybe next question that you guys may be wondering, or something that I just want to share with you guys, is how am I getting my Cresty, and, you know, just how am I going to get it? Because Milo came from a paint pet store, which I'm never doing again, and then Lilo came from a reptile expo from a breeder. So this is how I'm getting my Cresty. So I decided to tell my mom that I wanted to try Morph Market. And the thing is with Morph Market is they ship their reptiles, which my mom wasn't fully on board with, but she still was like, as long as you ask them what their policy is, if like something happens to the animal when shipping, like just like make sure you ask all your questions, and you know, make sure that the animal is healthy, and this is what we're gonna spend my money on, and because they're for a pretty penny usually. So, you know, the healthy ones are, and the good morphs, I guess, are a pretty penny. So she wanted me to do my research. So I started on Sunday. It's now Thursday. So yesterday I found a breeder that lives close to where I live, kind of. And so I messaged her. I was like, I asked her questions, which I'm going to go through in another video. This is kind of just like the what is the surprise, what is the update, and then my next video will be going deeper once I have her responded messages to mine, which I will talk about later in the video. Is basically, I reached out to her. I was like, I asked her all my questions, like I said, which will be, I don't know if I'm going to do it in this video or another video, so Bear with me. I asked her questions, she answered them back. One of them was, can I pick it up, or do you need to ship it? Because some people may not feel comfortable. I told her that I lived close to where she lives, so I told her that I was like, what, do you need to ship it? Like, can I come pick it up or whatever? Because also the shipping fee for some of the animals, depending on where the breeder is located, is a pretty penny. One person wanted me to pay like $80, which isn't terrible, but the gecko itself was like $80. So I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but I tried to go for good breeders that weren't charging so much for the gecko, and then I had to ask them for an estimate of shipping. So I didn't know exactly how much because everybody charged different amounts. Anyway, so she said, whatever is fine. Like, whatever is fine. So she'd be fine. I did ask her for shipping estimate just to see, because I wanted to talk to my mom about it, because it's sometimes scary to meet somebody that you don't know. And so she said it would be $32, which is fine. But the problem is, to one of the questions that she asked was partial refund for if something happens to the animal, which I totally get. It's technically not your fault as long as you packaged it correctly, which is fine. But I told my mom, I was like, hey, this breeder lives close by. Like, what if we meet her up somewhere, like in public, just to get the geckos and pay in cash? That way we won't have to ship it. There won't be a shipping cost. There'd be pluses to meeting her. My mom's like, sure, we could go ahead and meet her. So we're planning on meeting this weekend. Obviously, it's Father's Day, so we're gonna figure it out. Anyway, I don't want to tell you guys. I guess it wouldn't matter what day I told you guys, because you guys don't know where I live or anything. So we're planning on meeting on Saturday, as long as my tank comes in and I could go grab decor. So this is where the story gets crazy. So I decide, as I'm talking to her, I'm just curious. I just am wondering. So I message her. I'm like, hey, how much would it cost for two geckos, for two cresties? She says $80. Mind you, one cresty is $50. I'm kind of curious of why it's so cheap, because they're juveniles or babies, so I was kind of like, why is it so cheap? She had 4 good reviews, which is not a lot, but there are other benefits to this other than good reviews and whatnot. So all of her other messages, all the other answers to the questions, I didn't have a problem with. She fed Pangea, she fed them every other day, which is exactly what I do. She weighs them monthly. I do that with Lilo, but for Milo, I do it a little bit more often, just because he came from a chain pet store and I worry about him. So, everything else checked out. I asked other questions, like, would you ship to where I live? And I said the state, obviously. And I asked other questions, too. So, all of the other answers were good. I asked, like, how's their temperament? Because she didn't list one baby gecko. She listed, like, a whole group of pictures of them. So I kind of felt a little fishy about that. Well, not fishy, but I kind of was like, I would like to know about one gecko. Like, I could send a screenshot, but, I just kind of wanted to get to know her and, like, see what was going on. So, so she handles, so the temperament, she said, some are calm, while some are a little bit more jumpy. And then I also asked, like, how often do you handle them? She said she handles them frequently. So, and then she sent a picture of which one was calmer. And then I asked, and then she said, send me screenshots of which ones you're interested in, so I could, like, send you the parents' pictures and morphs, and I could just tell you about the personality more, etc. So I was like, great. So I sent her a few pictures of the ones I wanted. Sadly, one that I really wanted wasn't there anymore. So I decided to ask about this one, which I will show you guys pictures. So this is the one that I want. This one is so adorable. I just love the way that he was, like, chilling there with her in her hand. So that is the first one that I wanted. She said that he's really good, and that he's always at the front of his tank, wanting to be out and about, which is great. I love that. You know, Milo's not like that. Like sometimes he's by his food bowl, and then, you know, if I go to take him out, sometimes he'll be like, "No, run away, run away!" So he'll jump away. And then Lilo, she's like usually out and about in her tank. You know, I see her out, and when I try and grab her, she tries to run, probably because she's, you know, my crutch geckos still aren't fully used to me yet, because, I mean, they're used to me, but, you know, like, after a few years, they'll hopefully be used to being taken out of their tanks, because I haven't had Milo for a year yet. So, anyway, so, you know, and then she also sent a picture, because I asked her, like, which one was the calmest one that she had. And this one is the one that she sent back. And this one is the second one that I want. And it's sleeping because it's during the day. She just took those photos, she said. So, you know, they're going to be sleeping. They're not going to be active. So, those are the two that I'm wanting. She hasn't gotten back to my messages, and it's been, I think, over a day now. So, we'll see if she gets back to me. You know, who knows? She might have a job. She might be working. You know, you don't know their home life. All you know is that, you know, they're selling reptiles. So, I'm trying not to nag her, but again, we're going on Saturday, so I kind of want to answer, like, if those two are available. Hello? So, if I end up posting this video and it turns out those two are not available or whatnot, which hopefully they are, I'm hoping that they are, but I will keep you guys posted. So if you aren't following Milo's Instagram, which I'll put it up here or in the description down below, is normally where I give you guys updates on them. I go live, I feed them, I clean their tanks live. You know, we hang out. Sometimes I just clean my room. Sometimes I'm just gonna sit down with you guys. So if you want to go follow Milo's Instagram, that's fine. If you don't, that is okay. I understand. Some people just don't want to follow, which is fine. But surprise, I'm gonna be getting 2 Crusties, and Milo's tank is gonna go up there. I don't know if Lilo's tank is gonna go up there or not. The only reason why Milo's tank is moving to the top shelf is because his heat lamp doesn't fit, and so since there's no rack above that one, it will fit just fine. And I feel like I should apologize, that I feel bad for getting more, because I know it hasn't even been a year since I've gotten my first one. But you know what? I'm okay. I don't need to apologize, as long as I could take care of them, and it's not gonna not gonna hurt the animal in any way. You know, it's okay. I don't need to apologize. So that's the exciting news. I'm so excited. So again, they are babies and juveniles, so they don't have a gender yet. I was looking into getting an adult, but the lower priced ones that were on sale were all juveniles. So I was kind of like, well, I just gotta find one that I like and, you know, call it a day. But it took me a while to find one that I liked. But it was kind of like Wednesday, her geckos just popped up one day, and I was just like, you know, she lives close by. All of these good factors. It's good. So again, I wanted to clarify that, because you know, you never know what you get, really online, like, you know, but also there's a plus to meeting her in person. I could look at them. Hopefully they're in clear, cups or tanks or whatever. If not, I'm gonna tell her, hey, can I just peek inside and look at them for a second before I hand you off my money, which hopefully she'll say yes. That way I can make sure these are the ones I want. I can make sure that they're healthy, and stuff. So that's also another pro, is in person. You know that the gecko will hopefully not die or anything on the way to you. So, and you get to look at the gecko while they're there, so you could tell them, like, hey, You can also ask questions in person as well, and maybe get to know them better, or get to know how their animals were like, living with them. But that's also why you can message and ask questions. So if the comments are on, comment down some new suggestions for both of them. And again, they don't have a gender, so that is a big update video. I'm probably not going to do another video until I get it. Maybe I'll make a video of setting up their tanks or their new enclosures. And depending on how big they are, I might have to get another one of those cricket holders and put them in there. Once she gets back to my messages, and I'll have some answers on some things, that would be great. So again, Milo _ Krasagecko is where you can stay up to date on things, especially since I'll be getting more. It's just a better way to stay updated since I don't post on here a lot. But hopefully with some new Crusties, I'll be posting a lot more. And I'm on summer break, so hopefully I'll be posting a lot more. Bye, guys!